Chris, we made it. 150.
I thought for myself that I would never have to go into a shelter. Made me feel less of the person I am. To be homeless, have no home to go to.
I lost my job and my wife too. That's what I was talking about, and everything started going backwards. Eventually, I couldn't pay the rent, so I took the last little money I had and went and stayed in my car. Could have went and stayed with my daughter, but I'm not gonna try to put my burden on no one else, especially my kids. So, but I never even told them that I was homeless. And one day I went to get me something to eat, and when I came back, my car was gone.
I'm in my 21st year now at Jericho Project. I started out as the Director of Development, and I really just fell in love with the organization. Jericho Project works with primarily homeless individuals and families. Our core mission is supportive housing, and that is affordable housing with on-site services.
We find them a safe place to live, and I think that that safety factor, that ability to have a key to your own room, is incredibly important to the individual. But we don't stop there.
We offer an array of social services, everything from case management to workforce development to family reunification. In recent years, have begun to focus more on homelessness prevention and rapid rehousing.
Jericho really gives all those services in order to really lead to self-sufficiency, which is what we all want for the populations that they serve.
We've come from a very small organization to having 8 purpose-built residence halls, connections with many different corporations who help us do what we need to do every day.
They really have excelled in the veterans' homelessness issue. They are truly the leaders in that regard.
5 years ago, we had nearly 5,000 homeless veterans, of whom hundreds were living on the streets. 5 years later, we've reduced veteran homelessness by 90%. It was really under Tori Lyons' leadership with Team Jericho Project that over 10 years ago, she had the foresight to see that veterans really needed housing options.
We saw a lot of veterans who were homeless from the Vietnam era, and we saw that veterans coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan had many factors that put them at risk for homelessness. Kingsbridge Terrace opened in 2012. It's home to 76 formerly homeless and low-income veterans.
I served in the Gulf War. After I got out, and it was tough and to find jobs, and because a lot of my credentials wouldn't transfer over here, I was trying to find housing. The Jericho Project stood out.
I served from 1966 to 1969. I was dealing with PTSD, alcohol and drug use. We started hearing about Jericho Project.
They have case management services. You can go to school, you can work on getting a job. Whatever you need, they provided it right there for you, in-house.
When I got here, I realized that it's a residence, which to me is like really important.
Kingsbridge Terrace is 76 units, all studio apartments, and we have amazing common space. We have a basketball court, we have 3 green roofs, we have a wellness center where we offer yoga and weight training, we have staff offices, a beautiful lobby, a computer lab, and a community room.
I have a beautiful apartment. I have a beautiful view down Kingsbridge Road, up Kingsbridge Terrace, and it was like so beautiful. I've been at peace ever since.
Connecting them with services, helping them find a permanent home, then helping them rebuild a life. It's one of the things that makes Team Jericho Project really such an extraordinary civic asset.
As a result of the career counseling unit at Jericho, I went to school back and received a certificate for HIV counseling at Host Host Community through the VRAP program.
As a member of the Veterans Writing Workshop, this one was the 4th book from Kingsbridge Terrace Jericho Project, but this was my first one, and I have 2 stories published. The first time I was ever published in a book, so I'm proud of that.
Jericho's success can really be traced back to our amazing staff. Everybody is dedicated to the mission. It's so inspirational to come to work every day.
I just want to thank all the leadership of Jericho Project for giving all of us the opportunity to move forward our lives. Without you, we wouldn't have the opportunity to go where we're going.
Jericho, you've given me hope. I now have an apartment that I am proud of, and I can actually invite friends over and not be ashamed, and I thank you very much.
You saved my life. You got me off the street. Congratulations. You deserve every honor you could get and then some. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.